Okay, it is Thursday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today, Tim?
Tigers beat Cincinnati 8-2. Verling hit a grand slam. Baду hit a two-run homer. What else do you want to know?
Are they good this year? Or?
67 and 79, 16 games left, 6 at home, 10 away. They opened 10 games on the West Coast, 3 with the Angels in Los Angeles, 3 against the Dodgers, 4 at Oakland. Final 6 games at home, Kansas City 3, Cleveland 3, and that's it.
That's it?
What else do you
Are they going to finish above 500?
No, they have no shot.
No shot at finishing above 500?
15 and 1, and they have no shot.
Yikes.
You tell me. You don't have to be Einstein to figure that
It's
one out.
It's not completely mathematically eliminated, but it is the longest shot you could possibly have, it looks like.
You can make a bet if you want. I'll bet that they don't have a winning record. How much are you willing to,
I didn't get Employee of the Month, so I didn't get the bonus this
Well, I
month.
didn't either.
But the good thing about this weekend is Michigan State football is back. This is their first true test, a lot of people are saying, of the season when they host Washington, who is ranked number 8 in the country.
Not getting any argument.
Not yet. Another thing about this game is it's going to be the first one where there will be alcohol sales
In the stadium.
in the stadium, and we
Beers
actually
and cans, $10 and $12.
for
And
domestics.
what do they call it? Seltzer?
A
Alcohol?
seltzer?
You probably know that better than I do.
Yes, I do.
They have that, and it gets cut off at the 10-minute mark of the third quarter.
10 minutes left.
10 minutes left on the scoreboard clock. So if there's like 10:30 to go and you see people racing to the exits, it's not because they're leaving the stadium. They're trying to get in line for the last sauce of the.
I'm gonna pull up the prices actually.
It's 10 and 12 for the beer. I don't know what the, and it's in cans.
Yep.
You get cans. So recycle the things.
Recycle. There's recycling bins everywhere.
Give them to me
Okay.
and I'll recycle them if you get my draft.
So $10 for a 16-ounce Coors Light, Bud Light, or Schwartz Local. $12 for a 16-ounce craft, which includes Bell's Oberon, Founders All Day, Sparty Party, and North Peak Sparta. $10 for a 12-ounce seltzer.
Would it be insulting if I said that, or asked, have you sampled every single one of those?
No, it's not insulting.
offerings?
I'm of age. It's not insulting.
Well, yeah, but that's a lot of different options.
It's not insulting.
I'll be curious to see.
And they're spread out pretty evenly, it looks like, across the stadium. So pretty much everywhere you're sitting, you'll have
I'll be
access.
curious to see, what kind of response that gets, because the weather will be good. After all, how appropriate to start selling alcohol at happy hour, 5 o'clock, right?
Good weekend to do it. 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere, and it's going to be right at the stadium.
R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett. 5 o'clock somewhere. So, also, this weekend's going to be the first time that Harlan Bennett is leading the team. And there's a video from last night's MSU Athletics letter jacket ceremony. I'm going to pull up right here. And
That's, of course, that's Alan Haller.
Yep.
That's the first time he's smiled in about 3 weeks.
that sounds about right.
So he's the athletic director. What do you think's going through his mind besides that? There he is with Harlan Barnett. Harlan Barnett's smiling, but he hadn't played a game yet. It's amazing how losing, if that's what happened, or winning, keeps a smile on or knocks it off.
And I had you and Fred were watching this in the sports office, and you can't really tell here. You can maybe hear it a little bit, but there was quite the ovation for him. Do you think everybody is breathing a sigh of relief that this is going to be the person leading them for right now?
I don't know. They hope they win all the football games, no matter who's playing, who's leading them. If it's green and white, fight, they're hoping they win them all, right?
So what do you think is going to happen this weekend?
Well, I think State will play very hard.
Very hard.
I think the crowd will be very supportive. I think this is a test for Washington. Washington went on a road last year at Arizona State when they fired the coach, and Arizona State beat them, and Washington was 11-2. So they're aware of what can happen, because the notion that just because the coach got fired one Saturday, that the next Saturday the team is not, together or focused, that isn't necessarily true. I think Washington's probably a better team, but can they be the better team on Saturday? That'll be the case. If you ask me to pick a winner, I'd pick Washington.
What do you think about the atmosphere, the student section, and everything
Well,
like that's going to be like?
They'll be encouraging, and if they have success early on, then they'll be more encouraging. If State is 2-3 touchdowns behind at halftime, then tell the bars in East Lansing to brace yourself. The students will be there in a heartbeat. And maybe others too. You can get beer cheaper at the bars at downtown East Lansing than you can at the stadium. I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, if you win, the bandwagon's huge. If you're losing, it's the way I am here. All the people here I think are winners. I'm very friendly to them. If I think like Fred, you can't help me at all, well, then that's a different deal.
Good thing he cannot hear and he can't hear you.
I'll go tell him right now. I mean, he knows the drill, What, you think I'm the only one that's on his case about that stuff?
Anyway, so there's also high school football this weekend.
Yes, Friday's the fourth Friday. We're highlighting Charlotte at 6. That's a 5 o'clock game. And they're both 3-0, and it should be one. There's 3 games that stick out to me: East Lansing at DeWitt, Charlotte Sexton, and Williamston at Mason. Those are the 6 teams right in there that are pretty good.
And I believe either Williamston or Weberville, Seth Wells was talking about today, they're going to be holding a thank you for the community for helping out through the tornado a couple weeks ago at the football game. So
okay, that's news to me. Good for them.
Well, I'll send you all that info, but watch our website, WILX.com, for more information on that. They're saying thank you to the community for stepping up to help out.
For those pieces of information, you got to go ask somebody in the sports department. The rest of us don't know.
I mean, Seth told us.
Seth would know that.
Seth knew.
He knows all that stuff.
Other news out of Michigan State is that the ice rink at Munn Arena is going to be named after Ron Mason, and he is a name known very, very well to Spartan hockey fans. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's not a surprise. I mean, I guess it's only a surprise in that he passed away in 2016 at the age of 76, and frankly, it didn't happen right after his retirement as athletic director or hockey coach, but his family, his daughter Cindy is around here all the time, and his wife Marianne follows everything around here very well. He was one of my absolutely very best friends at Michigan State. Hard guy not to like. Very hard guy not to like.
And on paper, a very, very, very successful coach.
Well, I think if he'd have been here in an advisory role after Rick Comley, his 2 former players who were coaches, Anastas and Cole, would not have struggled to the degree they did. I don't know how much more they would have been successful, but with him involved, which he would have been because he's a mentor to both of them, he would have seen things and advised them and gotten involved with the whole thing. I think they would have had a lot more hockey success. And Adam Nightingale's one of his former players too. But Adam Nightingale's in there at the right time. They can only go up. They started up last fall. He's in a position where he can get a lot of new players easily, which you couldn't do previously as well. Now, how he does in the Big Ten, he was 5th last year out of 7, so it's not as if it was a catapult rise. I mean, it was better than what they had done, and they're enthused. But, Ron was always around a program, even in retirement. He helped Rick. He helped Rick Comley get the job. Rick Comley tonight's going into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. Good for him.
And fitting that the dedication is happening October 7th. That's the home opener for Michigan State against Lake Superior State University, who
Ron's first
he also
coaching
coached.
job.
Yep.
He went to Bowling Green, then he came to Michigan State from 79 to 2002. If he was still coaching today, I believe, yes, even in the modern era, different than his era, they would still be. He just, all he knew how to do was win.
He looks like a hockey guy.
Directorship was far more challenging.
Okay.
But he didn't want the department run by an outsider. He wanted it, when he was offered it, if he didn't take it, they'd go get an outsider, and then none of the coaches over there would know who it was, and he felt there would be more security with him there. And for the most part, he was right.
All right, we got more information on that on our website. What's coming up tonight on the Sports Stars?
Harlan, the Lions, the Tigers, they won 8-2. Like everything else, depends on how much time you get, right?
Mm-hmm. Every time.
And other Michigan State coaches will comment on how the stress in football does or does not affect the other sports. How's that?
All right.
That story's not going away.
No.
So when you come in and we start discussing what we're going to talk about, just etch in stone MSU football. Just etch that right in stone. That's going to be the lead story from now till your 50th birthday.
That's
So that's a
soon,
ways
so
down the road.
it's pretty
So
soon.
where's down the road?
All right. Well, that's what we have coming up. Tim, thank you. We will
All
not
right.
be here tomorrow, so
screw
have
it
a
up.
good weekend.
Don't screw it up.
Have a good night.
Don't screw it up.